All right, Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors, well, peace, love, and blessings unto the elect, and double honors unto the elders and apostles again of Great Millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom, Shalom. And basically, this is just going to be, a epistle going into prophecies. All right. Don't really have a title of it yet, but it's basically, the response videos of brothers going into how we are now entering Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, via dealing with this so-called migrant crisis. All right. Which, according to certain news media outlets and insiders, that they are opening up the borders on purpose. All right. Ultimately to further destroy the economy in America. All right. The tension is going to rise even more and more as these migrants come over here. Meanwhile, the American citizens are still fed up because they need help in their own homes. Here, America is aiding Ukraine and trying to help all these other countries with financial aid. Meanwhile, the homelessness in America is skyrocketing. All right. Not just too long ago, I seen a video how they were sending off homeless people from America all the way like to Hawaii, which is part of America too. But in those big major cities, they dropped them off on an island of Hawaii, man, a certain part of an island. And here the whole time they did that, those people are catching hell. They're still, and if not in the worst situations than before. But nonetheless, Esau Edom, he, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because the Lord created all people and all creatures. So with that being said, contrary to belief, the Lord created Esau to do these type of things, wicked and unfair acts, man. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah put that pride upon Esau to really not give a fuck about no one, man. All right. And that's why that's the state of these people in America, man, because they follow after their oppressors, Esau Edom. All right. Going back to Sirach, the 10th chapter, as the governor and the officer and the king, so is the people, man, because the king starting off with him, are supposed to bring a good vibration towards the people. But pursuant to Proverbs 29:2, all right, that lets you know that the earth, which was given into the hand of the wicked, as of today, the earth is under the inhabitants of a wicked ruler. So with that being said, that's why you have a whole bunch of mourning in, not just only in the United States, in Central and South America, and around the world, because a lot of these other heathen nations are becoming fed up. All right. They are preparing for war, as it says in Joel, the 3rd chapter. OK, those different nations are going to prepare for war against, the great whore, Babylon the Great, America, the Western Empire. All right. As Vladimir Putin loves to call it. All right. And he's bloodthirsty. All right. Because the spirit is on him through the spirit of power. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. The spirit is upon him to fulfill prophecies, man. Putin is ready to nuke this bitch. But before all that's happening, all these things are going on in today's earth. All type of turmoil. All right. The beginning of sorrows, great destruction, great pains, great miseries. That's happening now. And it's only going to escalate as the days prolong here in America, man. These days are not going to get better. I can tell you that. And it's so crazy that people, they love oppression so much and so fucking blinded. They still put trust in this place. They still, even though half of these, especially the older jakes, they know that, with the voting, it's all rigged. All right. With, America coming back to its greatness, how it once was, which it was never. All right. It's all rigged because the Lord is pulling back the veil from off of this nation, letting it be known that this is the wicked. This is the cancer of the earth. And all these other nations and plus the earth is fighting back, man. All right. Esau, Edom starting off with the elites. All right. First and foremost, the ones that's behind the scenes that run all the things in the world, whether it be on this side of the world or on the eastern side of the world, man. These are the ones that's in control of all the resources, riches, military might, so on and so forth, man. All right. But I just want to get into some articles, not articles, some videos, and, via through the spirit, just to let you know or get a idea of all the destruction that's about to come. And these things are not going to slow down. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, these things will come to pass. This is what you call prophecy. This what the hopeful and fearful elect, praying that I am of that number. This is what we've been waiting for since we woken up in Babylon the Great, man. Since we woke up to this truth. All right. Because with that, the end of this salvation, the end of Esau's world is the beginning of Jacob, is the beginning that followeth in Jacob, man. Yasha Allah, the Israelites, the elect at that. Okay, because the elect is going to be the first fruits to receive salvation. Then after that is the 2/3 coming back in their lot, man, underneath the elect. All right, the 144,000 and 1/3. Okay. But yeah, this place it's not getting any better, man. All right. And let me just read this first precept. I got my Bible. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6 is the point. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, that see that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. And we seeing these things come to pass. We seeing all the turmoil and the destruction coming. Like it says in the book of Habakkuk 2, though it tarry, wait for it. Because the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is long suffering. He's about patience. He's about his word. He's about prophecy. So even though it may be for a long time, but once this thing happened, hey, we're going to be rejoicing, Lord will, man. All right. And it's going to happen fast, man. Especially when the MOTB is, be mandated in certain parts. Of course, around the world, but in certain parts that's going to be really heavily mandated. And then, more and more other prophecies is going to unlock and come to pass. And with that being said, Lord Yahweh Shai will make his second return, man. OK, which a lot of people don't want to witness or see, especially the way that we tell him. And it makes sense because especially if he was a so-called black man, we telling you. He's a so-called black man. He got betrayed by his own people. He's coming back to conquer, the rulers and the kings of the earth. What do you think? Like, what type of spirit you think the Lord is going to come back in? Isaiah 47:3. I will not meet thee as a man. Roughly paraphrasing, meaning the Lord is going to come back in his great and glorious God-like body, man. Yahweh Shai is going to come like Black Adam, man. Okay. All right. The true Adam. Okay. And he's going to come back to conquer, destroy, and to save, man. All right. Because it's a balance. While he, in the eyes of the people, he's doing so much evil and destruction. But in our eyes, it's righteousness, man. It's salvation. Salvation from captivity. Okay. To see this place be destroyed, that is a sigh of the greatest relief ever. We're not going to fall off no more. We're not going to sin no more. We're going to be perfect forever, which people cannot see. But the elect sees it, man. And this is what we're fighting for and what we believe in. OK, that's why we get excited, even though it's terrible times. A lot of people are going to get put to death. A lot of people are dying as we speak, especially of our people. But it's rightfully so, because especially dealing with the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom is very prideful and high-minded in idolatry, man. All right. If you mention anything about a Lord being a so-called dark-skinned man, you already know they're gonna try to put your ass to death and try to curse you out and put all those curses upon you in Salakia. Press something.
The U.S. is one of the
Salakia. And they'll put all types of roots and curses upon you just because you telling them the true, meaning and the true description of the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So it's a reason why all that hell is happening upon the Northern Kingdom, dealing with the Humanian crisis at the U.S. and Mexican border. Because, like I said, ever since I was school, because they escaping persecution, mainly Venezuela. And I know people that heard that name, Venezuela was under turmoil ever since, like I say, for the last 7-8 years, man. Since I was in high school. I graduated 2014. We about to be in the year 2024 in a couple of months. And this shit is still going, man. It never slowed down neither. It never stopped. And now they trying to migrate to the States, not knowing they coming over here to either be judged, destroyed, or saved, or for salvation. But that's up to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. But these people are really thinking they leaving from run persecution and going into paradise. Nah, this is not our rest, man. As long as we're under captivity, as long as we're in captivity under a nation, we're always going to catch hell, man. All right. And if, when the Lord is not, dealing with us heavenly like that, even though he's dealing with the prophets, the elect, all right, because he, through the Spirit, the house has to be built back up, the house of David. But I'm just talking about on everyday basis, like receiving the blessings. All right. Instead of being the tail in this society, you're the head. All right. Instead of you going to the one of all things, people got to come to you for the one of all things. That's true reparations and rest, man. Where you can just sit on your ass and establish a whole empire with no type of labor or oppression upon you. You can real life enjoy your families. All right. We can practice our rights as being a man. Okay. Hey, it's going to be paradise, man. But all these sorrows that's happening upon the earth, it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But it's crazy because these devils, even though I understand but that lets me understand that who is the wicked. No matter how much you try to tell this devil in a good way, polite way, so on and so forth, this devil would not give a fuck what's your opinion. All they care about is truly world domination. That's why it's so much differences amongst their own people, amongst the Senate, all right, the House of Representations, all right, the Democrats, the Republicans, the different parties, all right, with the different beliefs, but it all ties in on the same accord, on the same agenda. All right. NWO. The elites want that. And you think these others, politicians, governors, Republicans and Democrats going to try to fight or take a stand? No, they all want the same thing, man. Total control of the people in a nutshell, and zombies. All right. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and they shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are just the beginning. All right. So I'm going to play, some of this clip. And then, like I said, I'm going to go to my main page and other little videos that I spotted out so you can have the reference to it and you can watch it also in your spare time. Okay. But this is all part of prophecies, man. This is all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that all these things must come to pass. That's why the scripture saying Amos 5 and 18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Because if you really truly know These are the beginning stages of the day of the Lord, that great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. These are all the beginning sorrows of the end of this rulership, the end of Esau's society. Hell, and the end of Esau, man. Okay? Because the Lord is going to pay back and make vengeance upon all heathens, especially the Edomites, man. But like I said, I'm gonna skip through some of them too, so
Wealthiest nations in the world. It ranks first based on total GDP and seventh based on GDP per capita. Yet when it comes to food security, America ranks 22nd among developed countries.
People are working hard every day in this country to bring food home for themselves and their families. But right now in the United States, we are facing a hunger crisis.
33.8 million Americans didn't have adequate access to food, according to the latest report from the USDA. That's 13.5 million, or 10.2% of all U.S. households in 2021.
I'd literally stand on 2nd Avenue at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd get off the subway and go around behind the restaurants and wait for the bakeries to deliver bread. When you're that hungry to steal bread from the restaurants behind the stores, you're hungry.
Spending on food assistance programs has grown exponentially, reaching a record of $182.5 billion in 2021. But food insecurity has only improved slightly since 2001, while the number of people experiencing very low food security grew slightly during the same period.
We see times when the economy's doing better, it improves. But we haven't seen major movements on the metric, I would say.
The latest research from the Bread Institute in 2014 says the U.S. has lost almost $5.5 billion due to lost productivity caused by hunger.
It's much less expensive to feed you than it is many other of our societal challenges. Let's start with food, because the impact on the system is incredibly expensive and will live on for generations.
So why are so many Americans still hungry? And what can be done to solve it? Food prices soared to record heights in 2022, pressuring households already in a pinch. Annual food at home prices climbed by 11.4% in 2022, compared to the year prior.
Food inflation, as we've seen during the pandemic, has gone up, driven in large part by supply chain disruptions and shortages of food supply during the pandemic.
Several experts point to income as the major cause behind food insecurity in America.
Issues of affordability and equity are the two driving forces across the United States. You can be working, yet you still need help. And so the wages are not carrying Americans far enough.
The resources they have are so strained that paying the light bill, paying for childcare, gas to get to work is trading off against food.
The financial pressure from buying food gets higher the less you make. In 2021, the bottom 20% of households with the lowest income spent 30.6% of what they made on food, compared to just 7.6% for households in the highest income quintile. It's a problem that Gregory Bruce, a bow tie maker in Harlem, experiences every day.
I have actually 88 cents in my bank account right now. June was not a good bow tie month. I'm not crying, but I still come here every afternoon and get my dinner,
All right,
which I don't eat until 7 o'clock. The food bank is...
hope y'all don't hear too much of that in the background. I'm doing a little something. But let me get a precept. And it's going into the financial pressure. All right, because that's in Babylon the Great, man. This is what's going on. Okay? The squeeze. All right, the squeeze is coming back. And it's going to be harder. The LDs, all right, the C99s, the viruses, so on and so forth. That's all coming back through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. I'll start at 1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. All right, starting mainly with our people, but we're going to use this as Esau Edom, or towards Esau Edom, because it's a lot of people. Esau Edom, they hear the cries of the people. They just don't give a fuck. Esau Edom hear the different political advisors and so on and so forth. They're hearing the plays, the plans and certain ideas from different individuals that want to help and improve America, but hey, they harden their heart. They don't regard, man. At the end of the day, this how you know this is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. This don't look like a state of rejoicement. All right, this is a state of mourning. It says financial pressure, man. So I'm gonna keep going.
5 days a week, generally. Saturday and Sunday, there's no food available. That's when it hits you.
Meanwhile, nearly a quarter of households that include a working adult with a disability were food insecure, compared to just 7% of households without disabilities.
The leading predictor of food insecurity in the United States is disability status, by far, especially mental health challenges.
Socially disadvantaged individuals are the ones most heavily impacted by food insecurity. Take communities of color, for example. Nearly 1 in 5 Black households and 16.2% of Hispanic households suffered from food insecurity in 2021, compared to just 10.2% of non-Hispanic minority households and 7% of white households.
Income's important, but the more important thing is the constraints that especially those who are most vulnerable amongst us are facing.
If economic opportunity isn't equally shared, which it isn't yet in our country, that means that it's going to have the same impact on food insecurity. And it's a problem we need to address.
Food deserts have also been widely blamed as another main cause of hunger. USDA estimates that about 53.6 million people, or 17.4% of the population in the US, live in areas considered low income and low access, meaning the nearest supermarket is more than 1/2 mile or 10 miles away.
Food deserts are something that plague us. It's part of the systematic failure that we have in America. If you don't have access to food, you are just increasing your chances of greater food insecurity.
But some experts argue that access isn't the issue. A 2018 study from the National Bureau of Economic Research concluded that exposing low-income households to the same products and prices as high-income households had no meaningful effects on eating habits.
All of us in the food insecurity space know that they're completely irrelevant. I'd much rather have somebody have, say, a Walmart within 1.5 miles than a poorly stocked food store within 2 blocks. In other words, it's food prices that matter, not food access.
I think part of this is how problems compound problems. If you are someone who's living in poverty, has very low income, you might be living in a neighborhood that doesn't have great access to high quality grocery stores. So they are a little bit mutually reinforcing. But to me, it is the economics and the income are the biggest drivers.
Food insecurity is an expensive burden to the US economy as a whole.
Food security should be a business imperative. It relates to productivity. It relates to a team that can come in every day and work and create a product. If your workers are hungry, they're going to struggle with work.
The latest research from the Bread Institute says the US has lost over $5 billion due to lost productivity caused by hunger as of 2014.
If a child is hungry, you cannot teach them. It's not going to happen. And if that brain doesn't develop properly, then there's going to be all kinds of societal problems carried on for generations.
Bread Institute also estimates the cost of special education caused by hunger to be over $5.9 billion in 2014, while nearly $13 billion are lost due to dropouts, attributed to food insecurity in the United States that same year.
It frustrates me that our political system and politicians don't grab something so easy. It's much less expensive to feed you than it is many other of our societal challenges. Let's start with food, because the impact on the system is incredibly expensive and again will live on for generations.
The latest data from Feeding America estimates that food insecurity cost the US $52.9 billion in healthcare costs back in 2016.
There's so many negative health consequences associated.
So lock it for that, noise in the background. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai rideth upon a swift cloud. And that is a so-called UFO, aka chariot of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that a good precept for that is I believe it's in Matthew 12. If Satan kingdom be divided, it cannot stand. Roughly paraphrasing, because these are the physical counterparts of the spiritual demon Satan, because the spiritual demon Satan just simply means adversary. All right. Someone that's against. OK. And these people are against the Lord, law, statutes and commandments, and ultimately against the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics and Native Americans. It's a reason why, even though we have black on black crime, Hispanic crime, Native American owned crime, but it's always that tension between so-called whites and blacks, Hispanics and Native Americans. And and in numerous occasions, the Latinos and the blacks team up against each other or team up with each other just to fight off the whites, man. So that should let you know who is the main character of this story called life. All right. Esau, Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, and Jacob, Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent, so-called Haitians and Jamaicans. That's why though out of all those people, all of them catch hell, man. All right. All of them catch hell and being oppressed by this devil. Okay. And that's going on now, dealing, with the Egyptians fighting the Egyptians. You got, Americans against the Americans. The American people do not trust the government no more, man. The American government. They're seeing that their American government has been lying to them for far too long. And they're understanding and seeing the outcome of their actions. Okay? People are starting to wake up to this devil by saying that he is the devil, man. All right. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, Esau, Edom, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts. All right. And that's what the Lord has done. The Lord has set up this devil, this cruel ruler, fierce king, through prophecy, because he was going, hey, this is the whooping stick of Yasha Allah, the Edomites. All right. Ezekiel 21:9. All right. The sword is furbished and is ready to give into the hand of the slayer. Esau, Edom received that blessing of the sword. So he's going to master all his crafts dealing with destruction, the sword, anything to destroy, basically. OK, to leave, lands and peoples desolate. All right. Without no habitation. And that's their MO. All right. That's their whole genome structure. All right. The cancer that walks the earth and destroy many, man. Okay. But we continue on. And it reads the caption, why the U.S. can't solve hunger. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set up these devils not to help out and to destroy his own society, his own people. Okay. And since I say that, I say why the U.S. can't solve hunger. And this is the real reason why. Go to Jeremiah 51. I was there earlier. Jeremiah 51:6. Okay, 6. I start at 5. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. All right, that's why we got kicked out. Because we was sinning, man, being a bunch of sinners, man. Verse 6, flee out the midst of Babylon, all right, mentally. That's what this scripture is talking about. Mentally get out of the ways of Babylon, man. Changing your ways and not being the same old individual growing up in America, all right, because this place is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. And if you still have the mind frame of Babylon, and especially you take that chip, all right, you're going to be melted, man. And for you to take that chip, you automatically trust in Esau, Edom, and his system, his empire. Verse 6 again, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. All right. Be not cut off. Be not caught up in the plagues of this place, because nothing but great plagues is coming upon this earth, man. Let me get something right quick. 2nd Ezra 8:50. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And this is part of the great miseries, man. The beginning of sorrows. You got this, like I said, you got the border crisis, the economic collapse. Meanwhile, they just passed a 45-day bill for the government not to shut down, you know, and all they keep doing is putting that little bandage on that massive wound, man. So in due time, the economy will crash. OK, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And when it does crash, they're going to try to implement their new system by force. All right. The CBDC, aka the MOTB, monetary system, where they can track everything and everybody in every way upon the earth. But they're still going to fail, man. Pursuing the Job, the 20th chapter. Okay. Start at verse 22, if I'm not mistaken. So these devils really think that they're going to overcome the prophecies. But no, that's not the case. That's why they're in straits right now. And honestly don't know what the fuck to do. And that's what's going to really motivate them to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Pull the plug. We can't save this bitch no more. This bitch been done. We just kept, like I said, he just kept trying to save it. All right. That was it on 2nd Ezra 8:50. Back in Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. No, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, Yahweh, that made all the earth drunken through philosophies and the ways and the customs of America, Babylon the Great. The nations have drunken of her wine, her philosophies, her ways of thinking, her ideologies, all right, so on and so forth. Therefore, the nations are mad. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, which is a healing agent, okay, a healing ointment, BALM. If so be she may be healed, all right, which a lot of these people are trying to do, trying to figure out how can we solve, America's crisis. Meanwhile, you got crisis all over the world, which America is causing. See, because the thing that happened in Venezuela years ago, because of America, man. All right. All these different migrants, refugees, crisis, sanctions, and so on and so forth towards these other countries they're in that state because of America. All right? He doesn't keep us at home. He takes people lands and their heritage and the people. That's just how Esau Edom is. And this is the last hoorah of his empire, man. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. The bitch been dead. All right? Ain't no coming back. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone to his own country, for judgment reaches unto the heaven and lifteth up even unto the skies. All right. So the Lord is about to bring judgment upon this place. That's why a lot of these heathens are trying to move back into their homelands, man. They done got what they had to get, resources out of America. So they trying to get back home. And also, meanwhile, you got migrants and refugees trying to come over here. See the craziness? You got, because the people that been living over here all these years, they know what's about to come. This is about to be another Venezuela. Okay? But to the 10th power. Because Jacob's trouble mainly is going to start here, man. All right? This is mainly during the times of Jacob's trouble in the streets of Babylon the Great, America, man. Because this is the founder of wickedness in the earth, man. This is why all nations are fucked up to this very day, because of America, man, via through Great Britain. And even it's crazy because even Great Britain is tired of America's shit. And you birthed the motherfucker. Okay? Because it was a guy did a little interview. I think the Elder Apostle had put it up. It was on the Odyssey page. How the UK want these African countries to rise up against America. And if possible, they can team up, the UK and the African country. Okay? So that lets you know that these allies of America, they're falling apart. Everything about America is fucking crumbling, man. That's why it doesn't make no sense for a nigga to really put trust in this society, want to build a family, a house, home. No, man. It's people love oppression so much, especially our people, even the ones in the circumcision. Here the Lord gave you a reveal unto you, supposed to, that this is not our rest, that this is the land of the heathens. But meanwhile, you still want to be here and build here and love oppression like a motherfucker, man. Like I said, if we real life had a choice not to go to work and still make a living, I'm pretty sure every brother would choose that route, man. We're tired of this shit every single fucking day. Because as of right now, I got to go to work in a few. But that's just the balance of our captivity. We got enough freedom and leisure time to do videos and do what we have to do, but also, get our daily bread. Even though we don't want to fucking work, we tired of the oppression, but this is our daily bread, man. We understand that we're in captivity. We're not going to think like these Moorish people and think we deserve rights and reparations and shit like that. Nah, the Lord is going to do all that for us, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Zephaniah 3:8. You got to wait upon the Lord, man. And by us waiting upon the Lord, we do these videos. We read, we study, we look up articles, look up, videos like this.
A 2022
because
analysis
this is
from
the
the American
future
Action
of
Forum
America.
estimates that just 4 nutrition-related chronic diseases.
As you can see,
based
this
on their
shit,
household size and their
this
income.
shit ain't no solving it, man. The only way of solving it is
far
nuclear
beyond politics.
We need
That's
to feed
it.
our elders. They've served. We need to feed our
That's it.
veterans.
And then, like on my my community channel, this is my page, Yahweh Shai, all no space, Yahweh Shai protect the elect 12 tribes scattered. Okay. And this guy did a little thing. You can watch it in your spare time. Like I said, the Fed just said Americans would run out of money by October 2023. And the reason probably they said that due just to the simple fact they didn't know what to do dealing with the shutdown that was about to come. But they made to a very short term agreement of 45 days of keeping this shit up and running. So by, I believe, the second week or the first week of November, all these panics is going to happen again. And I wonder what the hell they're going to do, because they just finished patching it up for like a 2-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. Because like I said, they always patch up the debt ceiling, the debt clock, okay, government shutdown, so on and so forth. All right. Going through inflations, soon going to be hyperinflations. All right, stuff is slowly going up. Okay, but soon everything is going to skyrocket like Venezuela. And it's going to be another Venezuela, man, but worse, 10.0. You see this right here, and I posted it 15 minutes ago. I said, wonder why he's in this spirit. And this is a sensible prepper. All right, these are the quote unquote doomsday prepper. And it says SHTF or shit hits the fan, it's coming. All right, you can watch that. Okay. Government shutdown, U.S. government avoids shutdown, last minute deal. All right. Yeah, man, it's great prophecies, man. It was let me see. Here you go.
On this vote, the yeas are 88.
The United States Congress has managed to avert another federal government.
Oh, let me get another precept since I'm thinking about it, because these niggas really think, and I know our people, they was looking at this shit, heavily, trying to figure out what been going on. Because I remember last time, I was around, I think my grandmother or whatever, she was watching the news so damn heavy, dealing with this government shutdown and stuff, because it had something to do with her check. Jake, like I said, Jake don't realize shit real until that shit hit home for them, man. Jake really don't give a fuck what be going on in the world or even in their local cities until that shit hit them. Just like when me and the brother Shaquat was talking here, you got the no snitching code, no snitching rule. But as soon as somebody smoke your bitch ass cousin, all right, now you wanna you wanna be a motherfucking investigator. You wanna tell the whole neighborhood, yeah, this need to stop. Put the guns down. I love my baby. But all before, you ain't said shit. Probably knew some of the niggas that killed, other individuals and stuff like that, man. The hypocrisy of Jake. And that good for your baby to get gunned down by gun violence, man. Because Jake is fucking wicked. They have no control. First Thessalonians, I believe. 1 Thessalonians 5 and I start at 1, pointers in 3. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should not overtake you as a thief in the night. All right, we're not in darkness. We don't trust in oppression. We don't look forward for this place to build back better. Okay, we don't look forward for this place to be healed. All right, for the economy to bounce back. We don't, we're not looking forward for this place for inflations to stop. We want them to keep going, and it is going to keep going, man. And then hyperinflation is going to happen. Like I said, people can call us crazy, bug out, or y'all saying that now until it really hit. Nah, man, we're gonna keep saying it, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because according to the scriptures, and one of the precepts is Isaiah 33 and 6. All right, we're going to be stable, Lord will, in that day. And the Lord is going to reveal his miracles upon us and upon the people. When the Lord, manifests, provide divine protection, then you should know that there's been a prophet among you. Then you should know who are the chosen. Okay? When that protection is going to be on certain individuals to escape all this hell and shit. But meanwhile, everybody else around you is struggling. Not struggling, suffering. On the brink of death. Okay? Good precept for that is Isaiah 65:13. For my servant shall eat, but ye shall be thirsty. For my servant shall eat, and you shall be hungry, Salakia. And for my servant shall drink, you shall be thirsty in that day, man. All right, because the Lord is going to provide like he did to the prophets of old. Daniel in the lion's den. Elijah with the raven. All right. Yahushua did a miracle. Okay. All his miracles, man. Moses himself. Okay. But yeah, man, that's coming, man. This government shutdown don't mean shit. That just give you a little bit more time, I guess. But your best bet is to repent, because sooner or later, all this shit is going to stop. It's going to get cut off short, man. It's just going to come to a halt. And they're going to pull the plug in. And once you hit it, hey, that's when the new system comes online. Okay, it's gonna be like Skynet in that day, man. When that new system come online, man, hey, you people are gonna be scared, man. Dreadful. Okay, praying that I am of that hopeful elect for protection. All right, because yeah, we can get shooken up just like how y'all, but we're still hoping and looking forward for this shit to happen, man. For these prophecies to come to pass. Okay, so we can get out of here and be with our big brother, our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, man. All right, and we're going to be all in unity under Yahweh Shem Yahushua's law, statutes, and commandments. That's which is going to be imparted in us, which is the new covenant. Okay.
Shutdown for now.
The bill is passed.
As the clock ticked toward the midnight deadline on Saturday, the House and Senate passed a so-called stopgap measure, which will keep the government funded for the next 45 days. The critical moment came when House Speaker Kevin McCarthy denied the demands of his party's hardliners, who wanted to pass a bill in the chamber with only Republican votes. Instead, a bipartisan bill passed with 209 Democrats and 126 Republicans in support. At least one GOP hardliner had said his group could consider removing McCarthy from his role as the House Republican leader over his actions.
You know what? If somebody wants to remove because I want to be the adult in the room, go ahead and try. But I think this country is too important.
However, McCarthy did cave to pressure from House conservatives to drop funding for Ukraine. Democrats agreed to avoid a shutdown first. The top House.
Now they mentioned something about damn giving up aid to Ukraine. I tell you, boy, these hypocritical people, man.
Democrat Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called the bill's passage a win.
The American people have won. The extreme MAGA Republicans have lost.
He urged Congress to bring back discussions on aid for Ukraine soon. Members of the Senate echoed the sentiment, including top Republican Senator Mitch McConnell.
I'm confident the Senate
will pass. Let me get this precept since I quoted it earlier. This is Matthew chapter 12 and 22. I'll start at that. Then was brought unto him one possessed with the devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him, in such much that the blind and dumb both spake and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, is not this the son of David? ? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow doth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils. Basically trying to say he cast out the devil because himself is the chief ruler of the devil what did it say? Beelzebub. Okay? That's what they try to label Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? But we all know, with us being the hopeful elect, we know that Lord Yahweh Shai was doing nothing but righteousness, man. All right? But the people didn't understood it. They didn't, it wasn't given unto them at the end of the day. And Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that goes for any concept, man. All right. Even if you, like, prime example, even, us, because people say, why don't you guys get with the other Israelite groups? Why is there so much division? Because of the doctrine. If the doctrine is off with them, we can't fuck with them, man. We can't be around them. That's a commandment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said that, man. The Heavenly Father through his only begotten Son via through the Spirit. And the true men, the holy men, the men of the Lord, practiced that. They honored that, man. Okay. Verse 26, and if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then his kingdom stand? How shall then his kingdom stand? And we're seeing Satan against Satan, man. All right, the spiritual demon Satan is working on the minds of these politicians, man, to go against each other, cutthroat type of attitude. But here you're supposed to make the United States better. Give me a goddamn break, man. These fucking devils, man. But people, a lot of people still got trust in these niggas, man. That's the crazy part. That's why I say death unto you niggas. The Lord gonna deal with y'all, man. All these things happening in the earth, and you still trusting this motherfucker, man. All the things that he done, and you can bring it up, and your people just get quiet. And the thing, well, not all white people like that. I bet you if they was in the power of the other white people, I bet you the elites, I bet you these average Joe white people would show their fucking horns. The reason they're not showing their horns because their pride is knocked down. They're in the same boat, if not worse, than your average Jake. So that's why they ain't got nothing to say to you. That's why they so nice. Okay? If they was like the elites, man, boy, you people will realize, man, these Caucasian people really hate us. All right? But it is an exception to the rule. And with that being said, Israelite foreigners, that's the only way. The spirit. It's the spirit, baby. That's the only way you're going to determine, man, somebody. If they, dealing with a Edomite or Israelite that looks like an Edomite. Basically a mutt of Israel. But if it's a purebred, you an Edomite, man. Okay? Purebred Edomites. Okay? You're going into slavery. All right? But the mixed breeds, the mutts, the Israelites, hey, you're going to be all right in the kingdom of heaven, That was it on that. Okay, that was it on that. Let me continue playing.
Urgent assistance to Ukraine, an entirely avoidable government shutdown, would not just pause our progress on these important priorities, it would actually set them back.
As the bill was sent to the U.S. president to sign into law, Joe Biden also stressed the need to continue supporting Ukraine. But in a statement, he also called its passage good news, saying it was, quote, preventing an unnecessary crisis that would have inflicted needless pain on millions of hardworking Americans. Lawmakers now have the next 45 days to come up with a long-term solution or risk a shutdown again.
And yeah, most likely going to shut down, man. If not, like I said, they're going to pull that damn plug. This place ain't going to last but so long, man. We ain't got long, brothers and sisters. Believe me. through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Cause this shit, this is not the way. Man, I'm trying to look for Habakkuk. All right. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the towers, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. All right. And this is us standing upon our watch. You know, going into these videos, so on and so forth. Yep, the migrant mayhem, Congress, Target's closing. That's what the elder apostle Tahar was going into, because of all the looting and shit.
That come to San Diego County,
Yep.
or come through San Diego
Sky
County,
News, Australia.
have sponsorships.
Jacob's trouble, man. It is here.
County, and unfortunately, these people are bewildered. They don't know where they are. They don't know how to get to where they're going. They don't know how to use our transportation system. Many of them can't speak English, and so.
And meanwhile, hey, you still got destruction and natural disasters that happening in Babylon the Great, man. All right. Not too long ago, you had a major flood in fucking New York City. I don't remember the last. In my lifetime, I don't think I never witnessed New York City having flash floods and stuff like that, you know? But now we're at the end of Esau's infrastructure, his rulership. So all these things are going to happen, man. All right. Turmoil, destruction. Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's dealing with the scriptures. All right, once you learn this truth, you're supposed to eat the whole roll, devour the bitter and the sweet, and go out and teach the house of Israel. It's just that simple. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that's dealing with the prophecies. All right. All these prophecies are coming to pass. And they're not going to slow down once they, you know, in their rhythm. Once the Lord got a steady rhythm of prophecy, you know, flowing. Hey, that's it, man. Let the chips fall where they may. Verse 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, dealing with their pride. His pride is lifted up. It's not upright in him, because he is the wicked. Esau Edom is not an upright man. He is the wicked man. Okay? Y'all better, whoever don't know this by now, you better wake the fuck up, man. Because Revelation 12 and 12 is about to come in a major way. And a lot of you jakes, man, you're going to be in terrible fucking fear once that devil come down with that great wrath, man. It's going to be beautiful in that day, man. Whoo. Rightfully so, because you niggas need to die, yo. Straight like that. Verse 5, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. All right, he is a proud man. He don't keep it at home. That's why you have America's embassies and military banks all around the world. Over 800 military banks all over the globe. Over 800. And that was a few years ago. So how much more now? It probably decreased due to the simple fact they tired of America bullshit. But it's just Esau Edom's embassy of being in these lands. And not only America got Edomites, Great Britain is Edomites. All right, all in Europe, Edomites, Russia, Edomites. Okay. But the main Edomite that's causing troubles and havoc are the elites. All right, the ones that's puppetarizing, if I'm saying the word right, I hope I am, puppeterize America. Okay? That's using America as the puppet of controlling the whole world. It's like you. Damn, I had to stretch. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. And that's the son of perdition. Going back to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. And cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And that's what he did. He took all resources and lands and customs and heritage from other peoples, man, other nations, which is not his. He don't establish his own. All right. He's trying to run away from his true identity, being the Edomites. Because once you find out that, his deception is going down, man. Okay. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a proverb against him and a taunting. So let me start over. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And when you go into the blue letter in Habakkuk 2 and 6, that thick clay represents heavy debts. All right. That's why the economy is going down the rabbit hole. It's going down Shit's Creek, man. All right. That's why, because when people don't understand, like the elder apostle said, once the dollar gets devalued and inflation happen, that means the dollar is losing its value each and every day, man. That means it's becoming more and more worthless. You're going to have to spend more dollars to receive little amount or less amounts. All right. Because you got hyperinflation, shrinkflation. All right. All these different, inflations, man. All right. Inflations and so on and so forth. OK, these are what's about to come to pass. And ultimately, it's going to end up, the economy collapsing and people are not going to know what to do. And that's when they're going to implement that MOTB for you to carry on in your day-to-day life. Not knowing and not understanding, if you receive that mark, you are doomed for total destruction, total annihilation, nuclear fire, man. That ain't no fucking joke. You better off getting gunned down, firing squad. Okay. You better off finding a more suitable death, man, than to take that MOTB and receive that nuclear hellfire that's about to come upon this land. Okay. That's the real hell, that lake of fire, the nuclear missiles just for that moment. But all Israel is going to make it in the kingdom of heaven. All Israel is going to be righteous, pursuing to Isaiah 60, verse 21 and 22, man. All right. You false teachers that say Jake is going to burn for eternity. Even if you mention anything about hell, man, something is wrong with you. You got mental fucking problems. That's not the new song. That's that same old ass, wicked, docile, Stockholm Syndrome song, man. Okay, that's what that is. That's like you singing a song about how great a person is, but meanwhile, this person is fucking you up the entire time, or making a song about your wife, but the whole time your wife is letting Annie and everybody lay up in her. She out there in the streets. She beating your ass, treating you like crap, give you all type of diseases when she come lay down with you, but you making a song about her. A positive song at that. Yeah, you Jakes, man, you got a... Just wait till the squeeze happen again, man. The lockdowns, the restrictions, the law and order, the martial law, man. The government shutting down, the city shutting down, the money shutting down. Just wait and see, man. Just wait and see. And they're going to be like Venezuela all over again, man. Okay? Because that's definitely what's going to happen in the future to come. Well, yep. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Shit is about to hit the fan. It's coming. All right? And your best way of prepping is prepping through the spirit. The spirit and power Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's the best way to prep for this total destruction that's about to come. Okay? For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, strength and salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is his treasures, man. All right? Isaiah 33:6. This is Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. When the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. You know, basically roughly paraphrasing, because we're in this time of, grace, mercies. All right. Even though we're in the beginning stages of mourning, but there's still time for repentance for you Israelites that don't know what the hell is going on out here. There's still time. OK, and the Lord is always long suffering towards his people. See, our people really don't understand how much Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai love us as a whole. OK, but, us understanding Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai ways, if you don't listen, your ass will get put to death. If you don't take heed, the Lord will put you in a predicament that you will not escape. OK, no matter how much you call on his true name or even a false God, he will not hear thee, man. OK, praying that he will hear us in that time and in that day. Then you should know you are of the election. All right, we're hoping and praying and putting on the faith of the elect, man. But we got a whole lot of fighting to do. We got plenty of rounds to stand strong, man, and keep fighting through, no matter how tired we get. All right, no matter how frustrated we get. OK, so on and so forth. This is our number one daily life, man. Number one ingredient for our life, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And then the rest will fall into place, man. I'm telling you. That's all, man. And then don't get it twisted. You're going to catch hell by serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 2. When thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul, prepare your mind, your spirit for the temptation and the tribulation that you will have to go through. Acts 14:22. Through much tribulation, we must enter to the kingdom of heaven. We know this, we know this ain't easy, but at the same time, it's easy, man. OK, like I always say in my videos, Jake makes shit harder than what it is. And sometimes, hey, we can be attested to that. I know I can, and that's just us. That's how we them stiff-necked people. You feel me? But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, the elect is safe. All right, the elect understands and knows, man. They've been brought back unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. OK, and all we got to do is just hope and pray that we continue to do the things that we're doing and that the Lord cast not his holy presence away from us, because we need him. All right, we need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, not the fucking other way around for you prideful ass people out there. Well, I found God. Nah, trying to calm down, man. Well, it's all through the spirit. Let me go back to Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bound themselves. All right, going in the house, keepers of the house is going into your economics, your economy, the people that watch over the economy, that watch over the debt clock, different the Dow Jones, the S&P, and so on and so forth, dealing with the numbers in the markets. All right, those are the keepers of the house, because that, money, especially the US dollar, is making the world go round. That is the main currency of trade, of purchases, all right, product, resources. That is the ultimate outcome of it. When you want something, you have to use dollars, man, the currency of the dollars. All right, mainly the US dollar, because the US dollar still is technically the number one currency. But people are leaving this dollar, trying to build their own little thing, though it may tarry for a little while. All right, couple of months, maybe a year, whatever. But at the end of the day, we're not hoping, and we do not see this place lasting. Please, Lord, no. Another 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years, man. Even though we want this bitch to be destroyed now, but we understand prophecies. We understand that we're hasting in the day of the Lord. All right. So we do want this place to be destroyed before that 5-year period. All right. But we understand that we are on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's time. All right. Only the Father knows, but he gave us signs. So that's why he tell us, and it's important. Lord Yahweh Shai told us the importance of prophecy and how to watch and seek after the signs, man. And we are in the last days, the last seconds of the last days. All right. So these things that's happening in the world, Jacob's trouble and the second return of our Lord and Savior, will happen in our lifetime, in this life, in this era, Generation Z. OK. And we're going to see the destruction of America, Lord will. In the day when the keepers of the house, verse 3, house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And all the daughters of music are brought low. It's very degrading, especially dealing with the Sukiana and Sexy Red characters. All right. Which it was funny because I seen yesterday on the social media, I think Shorty got a little herpes bump on her lip, man. That probably why she wear all that makeup and stuff. All right. Like in that movie How High, that shit on your lip got some shit on his lip. That girl got something. And then, like I say, the girl will tell you how much a raw dogging, unprotected sex that she be doing. And the girl's filthy. And the Sukiana girl, she talking about damn switching over, men eating her butt, which is going off. But now she's going way the hell off by eating niggas' asses. And like I say, nigga into that, nigga, you gay. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that shit, bro. You is now, you might well go to the store and get you some pads, man. Like for real. Like go to the store and get you some menstruous pads. Cause for a woman, that's enough. Anyway, back to the scriptures, man. This shit is sickening. And the door, verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets. No more work, man. All right. And we're seeing the signs of that right now. That's why, prime example, they boarding up the doors and shutting down everything in the different locations of the Target stores and different like grocery stores and pharmacy stores due to the crimes, man, of looting, shoplifting, and they can't do nothing about it. And they tired of it and sick of it, which rightfully so, man. Hey, at the end of the day, starve these niggas out. Let them kill each other, man. Because these niggas are fucking retarded, bro. Okay? So I'm going to end off with that. With that being said, Kahalayam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadas. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us his truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, I say shalom, shalom, peace, love, and blessings unto the elect scatter abroad. All right, shalom, man.